Hello my scrappy friends and welcome to my channel today. So today's share is we're in June, so it's my May layout share. I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 by 12s and a 6 by 12 here. So I will link what I can, where I can. Not everything has a process video, but off I go. So this first one was for Scrap the Boys for May. If you watched the video, you will know that this was a very different take on the mood board challenge. It was Baby It's Hot Outside. This is the layout I came up with. You can hear all the information about that on the process video, which I shall link either up the top or down the bottom in the description box. But lots of Pink Fresh Studio, what's it called? A Case of the Blahs, because I just thought it was perfect. Some days are tough. This second one is one that I did for, who did I do? Oh, this one was for Anna's Craft Cupboard. We celebrated Anna's 14th birthday at the end of April, did a cyber crop, and I did a step-by-step challenge. I'll try to remember to link the instructions in the description box below. There is a process video for this one. Coco Vanilla Studio, Legendary Collection, Wild About You, my nephew and I. This one is the one that I created for International Scrapbooking Day for Cut to You. Using this super fun scrapbooking is my superpower cut file. Paige Evans, what is that collection called? Bloom Street. Lots of layers behind my photo, and I have got journaling tucked behind here. So lots of personal journaling, but it is sticking out enough once I go over it with pen, because I will remember one day that it will be obvious enough to someone flipping through my album that there is journaling in there. If they wish to pull it out, they can. I don't remember if I share in the video, but I've also tucked in a couple of these cute little leaf cut files as well. This one, cannot remember. I think there's a process video. This is Chamel's Yours Collection, Never Grow Up. Yes, Never Grow Up. And pretty sure there's a process video for this one as well. But this was created for Cut to You as well. This was one of our challenges, and it was Scraplift, a design team member, and I challenged myself to scraplift Gwen, because Gwen's style is very different to my style. Gwen creates beautiful pages. If you're watching Gwen, you do inspire me. But if you follow me, you know that, especially, and if you follow Gwen as well, you know that our styles are not exactly interchangeable, for lack of a better word. So I did have to add some splatters. I added some bright, fun, happy colours. Not that Gwen doesn't use bright, fun, happy colours. In fact, the layout that I used, she used quite bold colours. And I really, really love the design that she picked. So that's why I chose this one. This one was for Cut to You. This was my share, my first share for the month for Cut to You, using this I Heart You cut file. Basically a letter to my son. This photo was taken on his 10th birthday. There is a process video for this one, and I had lots of fun creating this one. This is Paige Evans' Bloom Street collection as well. No video for this one, but this was Zoe's International Scrapbooking Weekend freebie class with the free printable that I have created. No, I didn't create. I created a cut file, sorry, a cut file to cut out the printables because I didn't want to fussy cut them. So I've titled it Home Life Meets Work Life. So this is my work life, this is my home life, and one of the good things about doing Zoom calls for work is I don't always have to necessarily put on fancy pants. One of the best things about working from home, 7th of April 2020. It's funny, going through this stack of layouts, I didn't realise that I had documented COVID or much of the happenings of this year, but I have done more than I thought. Zoe's was much tidier, much neater. There was no mixed media in the background. I kind of had to. It's me. I've roughed up the edges of everything. Lots of messy stitching as well. I've left the threads long on this just for a bit of extra fun and texture. And I really like how this one came out. I do wish that I hadn't added in these grey splatters at the end, but they're there and it's done. So that's that one. I'll try to link the live session that Zoe did in the description box if I can. This one was another of the Coco Vanilla Studio International Scrapbooking Day challenges. One of their challenges was Scraplift a design team member. I chose Anna Blades, I'm pretty sure it was. She had an absolutely stunning layout, but I had lots of fun creating this. No process video for this one, so you can see lots of layers through here, which is exactly what she's done. It's hard to see, but I've used the fancy stitches on my sewing machine around the edges here like this. It did take a little bit of playing with because I hadn't used them yet, but it was super fun. More of this, please. This was, yeah, so fun. I've used the same background paper, and then I think this is Bohemian Dream, maybe? Not sure. That collection was very purple, so I didn't have very much of it, but I really love how this page came together in the end. Lots of messy stitching again. Anna's layout was absolutely stunning. If I can link that as well, I will in the description box below. This was Tara's challenge for Coco Vanilla Studio for International Scrapbooking Day. And the challenge was more than one photo and more than one font in the title. So Double Trouble Book Week 2019. No, there's no process video. There's no process video for any of the International Scrapbooking Day. Oh my gosh, I've gone completely blank. International Scrapbooking Day challenges that I participated in. I do not think there are any videos, but I will link them if I can. More Coco Vanilla Studio because firstly it was in their challenge, and secondly because I love Coco Vanilla Studio. Funnily, I had one of the design team members comment that she said that my boys look so alike that she thought it was the same kid. And the thing that's funny about that is this guy has got really pale skin like me and blue eyes. This guy has got dark, the more olive tone skin with dark hair and green eyes. This one is much more like me. This one is much more like his dad. But yeah, apparently they pass as brothers, which is nice to know. So yes, this was a lot of fun to create too. Lots of layers. I think this one was actually my favourite to create for International Scrapbooking Day. Again, I can't even remember if there is a process video or not, but that's come undone, so I'm just going to stick that back. One of the other challenges, there were 6 in total, and I got 4 done, plus the class. So I was pretty happy with my effort. One of the challenges was grey monochromatic. I couldn't decide what colour I wanted to use. I knew I wanted to do something different to what my normal colour is, which is often blues and greens or rainbow. So I asked my husband, pick a colour for me. First colour, he says, blue. I'm like, not blue. I do blue all the time. And then he goes, red. I'm like, oh, I love red. I really, really, truly love red. But red is a really hard colour to match. Red is a really hard colour to find in scrapbooking, like actual red, like, not this, this is orange red, red, fire engine red, Christmas red. So he went, okay, fine then, orange. I was like, okay, orange. So I went through my paper scraps. I pulled out black, white, grey and orange. These have come from pattern papers that I've fussy cut. There's even a random dinosaur on here. There's actually 2 different It's the same font, one in orange in the background and then the black on top. I've used the Vicky Bouton hashtag sticker book for the stars, the hearts, the arrows, another star here, this happy, this, there was lots and lots of orange, not lots and lots, but enough orange. This is grey and from another paper, a flower from the sticker book, just lots and lots of different layers. And I just literally cut rectangles and squares, tore some of the edges, and then just stacked it all together, stuck these photos on top. The journaling says, say cheese, and this is how I found out that you had discovered the front-facing camera times about 40,000. So it's my youngest, but it was super fun to put together. There's stamping, there's packaging, there's splatters, there's stenciling, so this is black gesso through a stencil. All these little, I found all these orange enamel shapes, so I just had heaps of fun with that. This was the last challenge that I completed for the, I'm really sorry, words are failing me tonight. Coco Vanilla Studio International Scrapbooking Day Challenges. This was Gwen's challenge. It was a grab 5. So what were the 5? Something fussy cut, which is these florals. Chipboard, I really struggle with chipboard, but I got one on. A die cut title, that's 3. Enamel dots is 4. What was 5? I'm going to guess that 5, knowing Gwen, was either machine stitching or flare badges. So I think it was flare. The florals are from Chamel Starshine. So are the flare buttons. That floral is. This is a cut to cut file. I used the other half on a different layout, just the other way around. I cut it twice when I cut it. I can't remember if there's a process video for this one. Again, I'll make sure I link it if there is. And these were the last pages I worked on at the end of the month. So you saw this one first, and then the making of these two. So this is, when it's in the album, this will be on the left-hand side. This is the greatest Lego build ever. I know there's a process video for this one, so I'll make sure I link it. This was super fun to put together once I got my head around all these photos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 photos, one 12 by 12. I'm really impressed with myself. And I feel like I've really stayed true to my own style. I have not done a 12 by, a double page layout because it's not true to my style, but I do enjoy doing the 2 complementary pages that work together. So you can see, started, well, I moved all the pieces into my craft room. This is the middle of my, this desk was in the middle of my craft room to start with. And then we sorted it, started building it. I got to this point. He took every opportunity he could to help me, got this far. That was the 7th of Feb, and then 2 days later I finally finished it. I was at home by myself. I was super excited, snapped a selfie, took a photo. I'm like, yes, it's finished. But yes, the greatest Lego build ever, and it's the greatest Lego build ever for a couple of reasons. It's the Disney castle. Do I need to say anything else? Tinkerbell, I have a Lego Tinkerbell. And the other reason is a bit of a pun really, because like I said, it took so many months for me to build this, so many months to sort out the pieces. I did procrastinate a bit because I just didn't want to have to sort the pieces. But once I got into it, it worked well. Love it. This is the 6 by 12. I just popped it straight into the page protector. I don't have many of them. If you know where I can buy some, let me know, please. I have got a, if you can see that, I've got one of the albums that they made for thicker storage, but I use my Raskog for thicker storage, so I've got some 6 by 12 page protectors, but if you know where I can source some, please let me know, front and back. This is more of the Chamel Sparkle City collection. And then lastly, this one, Go Big or Go Home, my Disney castle. pretty simple title. Kind of just straight to the point. I do need to put a date on here because I haven't yet. And I think I'm just going to date it March 2020 because it's when it got moved. This is now where it sits. I actually found tonight, if you've been following me on social, you know I've spent the last couple of days filing layouts. But in that process, I've been tidying and cleaning and going through stuff, and I found a little Heidi Swap Marquee M, and so that's now sitting right here. This is a floating shelf on my wall. So yes, that is my project shares for May. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave them below. I'm sorry if this video is extra long and my voiceover is kind of all over the place. It's Friday evening here, and honestly, I'm over moving stuff around and tidying up. So I went, I'm just going to record my videos. So that's why you get me on a Friday night. I hope to get this up in the next couple of days. If you have, make sure, yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them below. Thank you for stopping by. Can anyone pick a favourite this month? Come on, pick a favourite. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and I will see to you. My goodness me, my words are failing me. I will speak to you soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye.